level psychology in competition, and also sort of the psychology that happens when you, I suppose, compare yourself to other lifters? Like, is that sort of psychological battle, a mental battle with other lifters, or is it just inside you? You know?
Yeah, because you seem to be competing. Obviously, you're competing with other people, but obviously you're competing with your own numbers.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
So in powerlifting, there is always context to everything. And whenever I'm in competition with someone, it's never really just about how much they lift in the gym. So if they can put it up on the platform. And to be fair, powerlifting is a bit boring in that sense. Like, you kind of know how the rankings are going to look like. But again, there's always context to these numbers. As in, if you put up a total at Junior Worlds in Turkey, it's extremely different than if you put up that same total at a local meet. I would argue that the guy who did it in Turkey is way stronger.
Is that strict rules, pressure?
Conditions. When I came to Turkey, I left my house at 8 a.m. I arrived there at 10 p.m. After that, they did not have a room for me. I had to wait. I waited 2 hours. I was in my room at midnight. It was 40 degrees all the time. I did not have AC the first night. There was that. We were warming up in a room where it was like 5 countries per rack, 5 lifters and 2 coaches each, in a very packed warm-up room. It was 45 degrees in there. It was in the middle of the afternoon. I drank 5 liters of water and did not go to the toilet. So that...
so you just like sort of evaporated.
Everything was against you, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
The thing is, before doing Worlds, I was like, people were saying this, like, Worlds hits different. And I was like, no, you know, it can't be that bad. I did it. And wow.
Surely they can set it up in a way that supports you as the lifter. I mean, I'm sure they're not out to get you, but surely there's a way that they can make it a bit more comfortable for you.
Yeah, it was a mess, but at the same time, it's not an easy task to do.
You still did well. You still placed third. So what you're telling me is the actual concept of the psychology of powerlifting isn't actually that intense in terms of where you think you're going to place, because you can essentially pre-calculate that unless you have a massive injury. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think you should just care about your own training.
Because I'm asking you, because for example, now I want to compete. So what would your sort of first thing you would tell me with regards to the mental side of things? Like,
do it.
My attitude
go just do it. Just jump.
Just go and do.
Because the thing is, I'm not gonna this is the thing. I'm not gonna when I got invited to Worlds, I was not like, oh, am I gonna do Worlds? Am I gonna do well and stuff? Like, no, I just think about it. I just trained like normal, and then I took a flight at some point. The thing is, at some point, you got to turn off that part of your brain that just shouts, alarm, alarm, alarm. Just gotta, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I was telling you in the lobby. We're going to get you today to buy a GBPF membership. And then the moment you've bought a GBPF membership,
I'm not sure I can afford it, but very expensive cigars.
It's £35, my man. Okay,
how much is your cigar, Al?
More than that.
And how long did that last?
45 minutes.
Yes. I like what you said though about just doing it, because there's a guy called John Danaher who is a professional jiu-jitsu coach. I'm into fighting as well and stuff, so I've competed as well, so I sort of know that aspect of it. And he says there's a thing called the parable of a plank. I don't know if you've heard of this. And it's basically
we've heard this before.
It's basically a story where a stuntman went into a high school and he put a wooden plank down on the floor. It was like the size of a wooden plank, and he just walked across it. So then he put it up on the 2 buildings, and he just walked across it. And the students were amazed, oh, how can you do that? How were you able to just handle it? And the guy said, well, I've already walked across it on the floor. So why should it be any different in the building? And I know that's a bit complicated, but what I'm trying to ask is, how can you compare that to just doing it in the gym and just going out to the competition and doing it?
That's a good question.
That's what this is where I'm trying to go with that. That was a bit unclear, question, yeah. But it's just, you just translate that performance so well from powerlifting into the gym, and you just do it every day. And I think there's such a psychology around competition, because obviously competition is, it's a very uneasy environment for some people. Some people don't like it. Some people can't handle the nerves. And you obviously seem to be quite adept in sort of handling yourself psychologically on competition day. So what advice would you give to them?
To be fair, World's my worst work, but we'll get better at Euros hopefully in 7 weeks. But regarding this and psychology, and just like people that are thinking about getting into meets, the thing is, powerlifting is more than just lifting weights. It's about practice. It's about practice in certain environments. It's about, like, in competition, you don't get to decide when you're going to squat your next squat. No, you're being told when you're going to squat it, then you're going to squat it then. You're not going to wait, or else you're just going to like fuck people over. And the thing is, like, you won't actually get the chance to fuck people over because people will tell you, fuck off.
Yeah.
The thing is, this: you are, in my opinion, a powerlifter if you compete. It is a competition sport. Are you a footballer if you never do a match?
We had this.
I've said this. Yeah, you can't call yourself that until you've done it. I don't think.
Exactly. The thing is, I don't know. I could I don't want to be a gym hero.
Yeah.
I'm here to compete. And I'm here to beat people. And I'm here to rank as best as I can be. That's all that matters. And I would advise people who want to get started in powerlifting just to get started. Yeah. Because that's experience.